I personally think this is the most metal vampire movie there is. Let's do it. 30 Days of Night is about the town of Barrow, Alaska, and they are preparing for their annual 30 Days of Night. So they are enjoying their last day of sunlight for a month, and we meet Sheriff Eben Olison. And he and another officer, Billy, are investigating some strange things that are happening in town. For example, they find all these burnt cell phones. They also get a call to this local sled dog shelter because all the dogs were found murdered. There's also this weird stranger that shows up in town and is like harassing people. During all this, we also meet Stella, who is Eben's estranged wife, and she is trying to get out of town. She ends up missing the last plane because she gets into a car accident, so she is stranded. At night, we see what is causing all these strange occurrences, and sure enough, it is a gang of vampires. All of the pictures of them are going to have to be in black and white because they're just covered in blood. The group is led by this main vampire named Marlowe, who is just like the scariest motherfucking vampire you ever did see. So of course we find out that they're the ones that killed all the sled dogs, and the first people they attack in town are this guy John and his wife Allie. One of them scratches John as he watches his wife get dragged away. And after that, it is just absolute fucking havoc. These things tear through this town. Meanwhile, Eben has taken this stranger into police custody and locked him in a cell, and he's just been saying cryptic shit the whole time, like he knew these things were coming. And he tells Eben and the others that he believes that the vampires are going to turn him into one of them and honor him for helping them. But Marlowe shows up and snaps his fucking neck, like he could not give a fuck less about this man. So Eben and Stella, along with a few others, discover that this local has a boarded up attic, so they go to hide out there. Sometime after they're in the attic, they hear one of the local women screaming and crying out for help. And it turns out the vampires are using her as bait, and when it doesn't work, they kill her. He does decide to go out and try to help, but when he's out there, he encounters John, who was the first person that we saw attacked. Eben goes to help John, but it turns out because he was scratched, he is now turned into a vampire and he attacks Eben. Eben manages to kill John and is unharmed. Now there's also a father and son with Eben and his group, and the father is older and has dementia and wanders out into the street one night. And the son goes to follow him to bring him back, and the vampires kill them both. Now, the group holes up in the attic for 18 days until there is finally a blizzard. And it's whiteout conditions, and they use that to their advantage, and the group leaves the attic to go to the store to get supplies. When they get to the store, they encounter this horrific little girl vampire. Fuck this bitch. They end up managing to kill her, but as they're doing that, the blizzard stops, so now they're stranded because there's no longer a whiteout to hide in. Eben and his brother remember that at their grandmother's house, she has these ultraviolet lights that she used for her plants. They're like, what if we can use that to destroy these bitches? Eben creates a diversion and goes to the house so the others can escape the store. So Eben gets to the house and gets to the light, and it actually works. He shines the light and manages to severely burn this female vampire, who I think is the main vampire's like girlfriend or something. Marlowe ends up mercy killing her because she's in pain and she's dying. Now brother is fucking pissed. Before he can get to Eben, Bo, another resident, comes out and starts plowing these motherfuckers down with his tractor. He is like cutting them in half, dragging them, shooting him. He's a badass bitch. Eventually, he runs the tractor into a store to attempt a suicide bombing, which causes an explosion, but it doesn't kill all of them. So at that point, Marlowe finds him, crushes his head, and kills him. R.I.P. Bo, you were a real one. The group makes it to safety, and they hide out again until day 27. And on the 27th night, Stella sees somebody signaling them from another house with a flashlight. When they get there, it's Billy, the other cop from the opening. He tells Stella and Eben that he killed his whole family so they could avoid a worse fate. So as the three of them are together, they find out that the others have went for the Utilidor, which is the local power plant that still has power. So they make a plan to get there, but as they're about to go, Stella sees this local girl named Gail Robbins. And they killed this poor girl's whole family, so Stella saves her and then makes a plan with Eben and Billy to meet them at the power plant. Billy and Eben make it to the power plant, but Stella is nowhere to be found. And as they get there, Billy is attacked by this fucking guy. He bites Billy in the neck, but Billy then proceeds to throw him into this like industrial shredder so it kills him. But because Billy got bitten, he starts turning and Eben has to kill him with an axe. So it's the 29th day. Stella is still nowhere to be found, but eventually she finally walkie-talkies Eben. She explains that she and Gail are trapped because the vampires are surrounding them and they're preparing to burn the fuel line that runs through the town. The group puts together that they're going to make this town explode to make it seem like nothing happened. Nobody will ever know. They'll just think it's a freak accident. So Eben, realizing that he's not going to be able to save Stella or the town, makes a decision. He injects himself with Billy's blood to turn himself into a vampire. And now that he has dumb, crazy vampire rage strength, he confronts Marlowe. This crazy intense fight breaks out between the two of them, but ultimately Eben is able to literally punch through Marlowe's mouth and through the back of his head and kill him. And the remaining vampires watch horrified and are like, oh shit, and they flee. They leave. Stella goes to Eben, who is now a vampire but is still holding a piece of himself, and the two of them share a kiss and watch the sunset as it comes up. And Stella holds Eben in her arms as he burns and turns to ash in the sunlight, and the movie ends.